So I'm Garrett with the Energy Systems and Sustainable City Lab at UVic. I'm a master's student and a bachelor's of engineering. Next slide, please. So here you see a pile of community climate action plans. Every city's got them, at least in BC, but even across Canada. But if you ask how much energy how much energy or carbon most cities use, they can't tell you. It ranges from vague numbers. Some of the better ones, which our partner Victoria is, have a little bit of an idea of a breakdown, but it's all vague hand waving. I know how much roughly transportation uses or building uses, but they can't give you details. They can't tell you how much carbon building a bike lane saves, and if that's better than offering window retrofit tax breaks. There's no real ability to judge policy on the basis of data. Not because they don't want to, but simply because of lack of resources. The data and research are scattered. It takes time, it takes effort to do that. Even when you compile it, there's holes in the data, there's holes in the research. We want to make this better. A lot of this project is focused on finer breakdowns and better, easier understanding of city energy use, taking what's out there and making it applicable. Next slide, please. The city of Victoria has already done a lot of work in this area because they have these big, bold goals in their climate action plan. They recognize they have excellent opportunities to influence decarbonization, but they need to get better. They've only got limited resources, so they need a way to compare different climate mitigation, climate action strategies on the fly. Next slide, please. This is one of the better breakdowns you're going to see, again, pulled from their climate action plan. It's what's sometimes called a wedge diagram. They've got a bunch of ideas how to make this work. They can only implement a few of them, like I said. It's still in big chunks and broad overviews, despite the fact that it's one of the better ones. So they really need help breaking things down, understanding, okay, we need to put in more bike lanes instead of offering building retrofits, or maybe the opposite. Maybe they need to be offering heat pumps and concentrating less on transportation. They know that those are all good actions, but which ones? We're working on frameworks with them to get them there. The first step is obviously an accurate city model. And then, next slide, please. And then you can start to ask how much carbon and energy is your city going to use in the future. This is a picture of Victoria in 1950 and 2015 taken from aerial photography. You can see just how much cities change. That's another major challenge, is how do you project? You get this nice city model, data hungry, but you get it done for now. How do you project it out 20, 30, 50 years? Ultimately, we're trying to build a robust, scalable, adjustable model of the city to allow decision makers to see in real time the carbon impact, the energy impact of proposed policies over the long term. Preferably, maps, plots, easy to understand, easy to adjust. There's even been talk, put it out there for the citizenry, so that when the planners are saying, yeah, we want to put more density in this community, the citizens can see, yes, this is the best place for density in the city of Victoria. It's going to drop everybody's carbon emissions and energy emissions. We're trying to allow that sort of targeted intervention down to communities and neighborhoods, so that planners can understand trade-offs in spending and policy. Done.